We have a couple of dance films too, and we have some visitors from one of those called Level Up. Please welcome to the stage Anna Barker and Leah Wilkes. Anna Barker and Leah Wilkes, everyone. Oh, I have chill bumps. I hope you do at home too. It feels so good. We'll have a chat with Anna Barker in just a sec. But as I mentioned before, earlier in the show, we do have some contests going on. We have some prizes to give away. All you have to do is, in the comments, answer the following question. What is your favorite dance film of all time and why? Leave that in the comments. Your name will go into a drawing. We'll announce the winners at the end of the show. Now, before we get Anna up here on stage to talk with Huru and myself, take a look at a clip from her film, Level Up.
Excuse me. Son. Hey. What's up? I'm talking to you. How's your night? What's up? What are you doing?
We're back here at the Carrboro Film Festival, and I am here with Anna Barker. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. That was a wonderful performance.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here and well, blessing us with that. That was fantastic.
Thank you for having me.
You, obviously, Carrboro Film Festival, so you did a film
Yes.
called Level Up, and you featured dance in the film to go along, sort of infuse in the narrative of the film. Did you initially want to make a film about dance and then put narrative around it, or vice versa, or was it both sort of a combination of both?
It was sort of a combination of both. I use a lot of narrative and theme in my work, and that's sort of a jump-off point even for my live work, even before the movement comes in. So this kind of was similar in that regard. My work deals a lot with success and failure, and one of the amazing things about dance is that it kind of gets at the sort of emotional underpinnings of what's going on, the way that you feel those ideas of success and failure as they come up in your body. And so that's something that's just I've always been really interested in. And then in terms of film, film is something that I have incorporated into my live work in the past, and is something that I really value as a way to kind of broaden audiences. Something that is something that I'm really interested in terms of my sort of work and my sort of mission statement, is to try to bring more people in to see dance, and specifically modern dance, because there are a lot of barriers around modern dance. And so one of the reasons I wanted to make a film was to try to bring different audiences, think about different ways that I could get my work out to different kinds of people in a more familiar medium. So that was the reason why I wanted to make the film. And then the other reason is because film is really wonderful at capturing these little nuances. I do a lot of gestural work. I really use hands a lot. I use my face a lot. It's hard with the mask, but there is a lot of detail in my work, and sometimes when you're in a big proscenium theater, that detail gets lost. So this was an opportunity for me to kind of get really, really specific and focused on what I wanted to draw the eye of the viewer towards, and really, really get specific on that level. So it's a kind of a mixture of things.
Okay. Let me get a little closer to the mic there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Well, yes. So sort of to go along with that, do you now, was this your first film?
Yeah.
Oh, well, wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Please keep making more films.
Awesome.
Do you now find that you are changing the choreography, even if it's a similar dance, when you're making a film, because you now know, like you said, you can get a little bit closer with the camera than someone who's in a live audience and maybe like 12 rows back, so you can see more minute gestures. Do you change them? Do you exaggerate or?
I wouldn't say that I change them. I think that I get really, really specific about them. And the only other sort of confounding variable is that a lot of it has to get smaller because of the floor that we're on. A lot of times we're not on sprung floors, especially if we're on location.
Right.
So a lot of that gets sort of minimized. Also, yeah, we're not projecting to the back row, so we get to be smaller, we get to be more intricate, and so it's like a nice opportunity for me to really, really get specific. I don't know that the choreography changes specifically to reflect that, but I think that what I've done in this film, at least, is taken some work that I have projected in sort of much larger spaces in my live work and really gotten specific about the things that I felt that were lost or things that I wanted to really, really highlight as a way for people to kind of see the work again if they've seen it in the past, especially if they've seen it live and in a totally different way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I've got to talk a little bit about your film, if I may.
Go for it.
No spoilers, Huru.
No spoilers. But you do have a couple of characters in your film, and sort of featured. They are fantastic.
They are fantastic.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about them without spoilers? But tell us a little about them.
So I have kind of two other main characters. I am also performing in the film. I perform in all my work because I make work that's so specific to my own experience. And I have Leah, who is my collaborator and partner who you saw on the stage today, and is my sort of main collaborator in life and in art. The sort of one of the things that I investigate about success and failure is within the dance world, right? So what's really great about Leah's character, because we are still playing characters,
right.
Is we have this really close relationship. We have this really, really deep friendship. There's a lot of care. And I still kind of bump up against sort of the societal ideas of expectation about like what success should feel like to me as a 30-something female-bodied dancer. Right. And then Christopher is the other character where we kind of really get at the sort of ideas of success and failure as it presents itself in relationships, particularly in romantic relationships, but in relationships in general. We kind of get more at the gendered idea of success and failure there. And then I also have the opportunity to talk about gender as it exists inside of the dance world and how that relates to success and failure, and how being a female-bodied dancer has a very different trajectory often in the dance world than if you're a male-bodied dancer. So without giving anything away, those are kind of reflections of things that I deal with in my work, whether it's dance or whether it's relationships. It's all these ideas of personalized idea of success and failure for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So we just saw this clip in the skate park, and you're basically your own stunt woman. So can you tell us what it was like to shoot at the skate park with all these skateboarders lying around you? Yeah, tell us a little bit about what that shoot was like.
It was really fun. It was scary at times, but it was really thrilling. The skate park is actually a site-specific area I've done work in the past and have revisited. So I I think, yeah, like you said, I was really interested in this idea of getting stuck and not being able to get out of the bowl. Likewise, Leah's kind of stuck on the bus. And I think we really went for the sort of physicality of the feeling of stuckness and the feeling of anxiety around feeling stuck.
Did you have any technical issues when you were shooting that? I'm just trying to imagine like the film crew there and how you're dealing with that.
So we have a pretty skeleton crew. We have my amazing DP Ned Phillips was basically in the bowl with me, and we sort of had to choreograph all of these skaters who are just so amazing at what they do. So impressive. We didn't even really get to capture all of the amazing stuff that they did. But we kind of saw it as like a video game. So I was sort of in the center, and then everyone was kind of figuring out how to be around me, including the camera and including all of the lights. And yeah, it was definitely challenging, but I would say that ultimately we just had a really good time. I think it was less challenging for me because it's easy for me to kind of get out of the way of people. It was more challenging for the tech crew. I would definitely say that they really had a hard time with that one. But yeah, it was just so physical that we were just kind of.
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite, I think, scene in the film, and I related to a lot of the scenes in the film as a performing artist, as a female, and I think I really just loved how you went back and forth between Leah's story and your own.
Mm-hmm.
It was just beautifully done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
The characters that you portray and your colleagues portray, there's a wonderful soundtrack to this film to go along with the amazing dancing and the amazing acting, and it would seem that the music would sort of integrate with the character and sort of show almost their extension of them, like an expression of how they were being and how they were feeling, and then there would be choreography with that. Can you explain, like, did you do or how you did the choreography for a character to go along with the music, the wonderful music?
Thank you.
Yeah.
In general, the music comes second. The choreography and the theme comes first. I worked with this incredible composer, Adam Lindquist, who has worked on my live work in the past, and we just had dialogue about the music from the very beginning. It was one of the first things that we talked about. And I honestly just have the luxury of having really incredibly talented collaborators, people who know what I'm going for in terms of theme, in terms of mood. And Adam is luckily familiar enough with my work that he's kind of just was able to guess really easily what I wanted. Okay. And then kind of we fleshed it out from there. And then, of course, the editing process is a whole other story, right?
Right.
But in terms of how we developed the music, it really just comes from theme. So I was very, very specific with Adam about what I was trying to get at, and he was just really great at producing that. And then there are other tracks that we picked that Adam didn't create, and they're all Durham-based artists. I really wanted to keep it local, and there are so many amazing and talented musicians in this area. So it was cool for me to also expand and collaborate with people that were new to me. So.
Okay, right on. So now that you have this film under your belt, are you going to try and do more of this style? Are you going to try and expand and do something different? What do you have planned for the future?
That's a really good question. I find that at the end of every work, I'm always looking for different ways to sort of push myself and push my work and push the genre of the work. And so this was my kind of first stab at that. And then I imagine that film will stay with me. I don't know whether it's going to be exactly like this, but I've always been super, super interested in dance for film. And so I look forward to incorporating that. I'm not exactly sure how that'll be. I really miss performing for live audiences, and I miss being in rooms with people and
This was such a treat to see you live. I was so excited.
It was so nice to perform. Thank you so much. It really, really was wonderful. And so I'm hoping that once we get out of this period, that I will be able to, revisit that kind of live performance venue. Okay. And we'll just kind of see what happens.
Okay.
Good luck to you and Leo Wilkes.
Thank you
so much for
Anna
being
Barker,
here
thank
tonight.
you.
We are so lucky and honored.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a great one.